Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here for our Road to Better Streets kickoff celebration. Our streets are critical transportation infrastructure that drive economic growth, create jobs, and contribute to our quality of life here in Lincoln. They are a top priority for residents and my administration. And we are so fortunate that Lincoln voters chose this past April to invest in fixing our streets by approving a quarter-cent sales tax, one that our finance team estimates will generate approximately $13 million annually for the next 6 years. Taking effect in October, this new revenue will begin to accumulate in December to support road work that will begin next spring. This voter-approved ballot initiative directed me to appoint a citizen committee to provide an additional level of oversight, collaboration, and advocacy regarding these street investments. And to fulfill this vision of citizen engagement and oversight, standing with me today are members of the Advisory Committee on Transportation, or ACT for short. They bring a broad range of experiences, backgrounds, and perspectives to the table and have agreed to volunteer their time and talents to this incredibly important initiative. I'd like to invite each of them to introduce themselves, and I'll start with you.
Megan Stock. I am an art and computer science teacher here at McPhee here in Lincoln, and really excited about this opportunity.
Pablo Cervantes. I'm a real estate developer.
Janelle Moore. I work for Lincoln Public Schools Human Resources and excited to be here.
I'm Barb Fraser, background in public health and nutrition and physical activity.
Shannon Harner. I'm the president and CEO of Home Services of Nebraska.
I'm Mike Fikel, retired city planner, ex-president of Upwood Neighborhood, and one of the co-chairs.
Donald Scott, commercial realtor with Greenleaf Properties.
Brett Ebert, estate planning attorney at Baylor Avenue.
Amy Ivy Miller. I work at Melneck and I depend heavily on StarTrend and streets and sidewalks.
I'm Jeannie McClure, and I'm the executive director of the American Council of Engineering Companies and huge Lincoln lover.
Bingo.
Rick Kruger. I'm the president of Kruger Development. We're a longtime Lincoln real estate development company.
Russell Miller, elected at large.
Wonderful. Thank you all. I also want to take a moment to thank members of the Citizens Transportation Coalition, some of whom are with us today. In particular, I would like to thank Bob Caldwell, who served as the co-chair of the Citizens Transportation Coalition. Their transportation research in 2017 and the subsequent body of work, our transportation strategy, is the foundation of this initiative for streets. We can't thank them enough for their exceptional commitment to that body of work and for shining a light on transportation challenges and opportunities that we have here in Lincoln. Following this press conference, the ACT members will hit the road. They are scheduled for a trolley tour to see many of our Lincoln streets, and on board, they will take a survey about street conditions and get a better sense of typical street fixes and treatment types. And at their first business meeting later this afternoon, they'll dive into topics like transportation revenue and expenditures, typical street projects, transportation challenges and solutions, and prioritization tools and resources. Later this month and in September, they'll begin the important work of examining potential projects for this spring, coming next spring, including neighborhood streets and new construction projects in new growth areas. Input from the public open houses to be held in September will inform their decisions and subsequent recommendations to me and to our City Council. We anticipate having a prioritized list of 2020 projects from the ACT by the end of October. And we expect that the City Council will be in a position to take action at a public hearing on the recommended list of projects by the end of the year. We have a lot to accomplish in the next few months and look forward to the important work of this committee. At this time, I'd like to invite our ACT co-chairs, Shannon Harner and Mike DeKalb, to say a few words.
They gave me a script, told me I had to stay on it, so good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Mike DeKalb. I've long been a neighborhood activist and advocate. I was honored to be asked as a co-chair to serve on this committee, and thank you, Mayor, for asking me to offer both insight and oversight and whatever wisdom there might be in this noggin. This work will be bettered by citizens taking part in this process. Collaboration and public input are cornerstones of how we do things in Lincoln. It's the public involvement. It always has been, and it just makes us how great we are. We have as a community committed to fixing our streets, and we are committed to seeing that promise to the taxpayers through. And I know our residents want the vast majority of these new dollars, new revenues being spent fixing neighborhood streets, and this committee will help ensure that we prioritize projects that meet those expectations in every quadrant of the city. We're going to get back to fixing that stuff. That's new money, gets to put it to work the right way. And so I look forward to working with this diverse group of community members, Lincoln Transportation Utilities, and Mayor Gaylord Bair over the next several months and getting this project done. I think we'll meet your expectations.
Thanks, Mike. I echo your sentiments, and I'm honored to be engaged in this really important work. As co-chair of the committee, I look forward to working with people across the city to assist the Lincoln Transportation and Utilities and provide collaborative oversight of our infrastructure investments. It's really critical for us to balance the growth of our city with needed maintenance of our streets. And this group will focus its diverse talents to plan and deploy the much-needed street improvements. As a member of Lincoln's Partnership for Economic Development and the City Chamber, I know that transportation is really a key ingredient of our and any community's economic development. Lincoln's investment in growing our city will pay dividends and will provide strategic opportunities for our citizens. In addition, ensuring that our existing neighborhood roads enhance the daily travel to and from, as well as the curb appeal of our neighborhood properties, benefits all residents as well as property owners. Our transportation network is a crucial element of livability and of keeping the trains running on time, as it were. If we want our economy in Lincoln to be robust, we must ensure that we have the needed infrastructure to foster growth and development. As required, we will ensure that a full 25% of these dollars go to new growth projects to continue Lincoln's strong economic development trends. Again, I'm really grateful to be part of this work, and I'm committed to making this process accountable and fair. And I firmly believe that this community-driven approach will serve our city very well. So thank you.
I want to make sure you all understand that the charge of this ACT committee is clear and really crucial to the success of our initiative. And that is to make sure that these new dollars are spent efficiently, effectively, and equitably in all quadrants of the city. And as we work together to fix our streets, we are committed to fiscal responsibility, accountability, transparency, and public engagement from start to finish. The Advisory Committee on Transportation is a reflection of that commitment. We are so grateful to all of you for the time and expertise you're providing to us, and we're so grateful for your volunteer service. Thank you so much, and now we want to get this show on the road.